What's up, gang? Hey man, in this video we're gonna talk about the signs that you need to look out for if you want to see if the girl that you're about to take out, or the girl that you're thinking about seriously dating, or the girl that you're in a relationship with is for the streets or not. Usually girls that are for the streets are not good matches long term, no matter who you are. No matter, you don't try to change them, just let them tell you who they are. You feel me? And listen to them and believe them. You feel me? It's gonna slip up. You ain't gonna be able to spend this much time with a chick and it don't slip out with who she truly is. But these are the signs that you need to watch for when you're dealing with these type of women. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So some chicks on the panel, right? They was on this panel and the girls was trying to figure out, why the guys that they like wasn't taking them serious. So, one of the guys on the panel was just like, well, maybe because you a 304, or maybe because you for the streets. And the girls got all mad and they was like, well, how would a guy know that we for the streets? We all say the same number. We all say 1 to 2 guys if they ask us, or whatever the case is. How would a guy know that we for the streets? So for you guys out there that don't know girls that's for the streets, you probably getting played by one right now. You probably in a relationship with one right now. She's playing you. She's trying to get marriage out of you. And it's because, the guys that she really wanted didn't take her serious. So I want to give you guys a little bit insight on how guys who have dealt with a lot of women know if a girl is for the streets, right? Because I always tell people, history is a circle. It works in a circle of motion. You know what I mean? It's not a straight line. Usually people, they repeat their past over and over again. So some of the things that, men with a lot of options, some of the things that they pick up on that girls do not know that they pick up on is a lot of little things, right? How they act, how they behave, and their history. Their history is extremely important. That's why I tell you guys, if you on a date, you want to be talking 20% of the time, and you want her talking 80% of the time. Meaning that you want to be asking questions. The person who's asking the question controls the conversation. And while you asking questions, things about her past will come to light. That's just how it works. You know what I mean? So some of the things that you want to look out for is a girl who travels a lot. That's she's usually for the streets if she travels a lot. If she travels a lot alone, or if she travels alone, period, for the streets. Matter of fact, it was a chick that I was dealing with that I knew she was for the streets, and she was super attractive, she was super young. But one of the things that I knew she was for the streets, she kept talking about, like, she's like, next week, I just want to give you a heads up, I'm going to Detroit. And I was like, well, shit, who you going to Detroit with? She was like, oh no, I'm just going by myself. So me knowing female nature, most guys would have just said, she's going to Detroit. So I asked more questions because I really don't give a fuck. You feel me? So I was just like, what you mean you going by yourself? Like, you just going to Detroit out of all the places? Like, that's not like a destination place. She's just like, no, I've never been to Detroit before. So I say, bro, just shoot me straight. I'm like, who you going there to see, bro? Like who? She's like, this guy flew me out. You know what I mean? And it was me and her were just in the talking stages. You feel me? So I was just like, so you going to see a guy? And she's just like, yeah, kind of, but I kind of knew him before I knew you, but I don't think I'm interested in him no more, but he already bought the ticket, so I'm just going to go up there and just, see how things, play out and all this stuff like that. So in my mind, I'm like, I already knew you for the streets, you feel me? So I'm just asking more questions. So I'm like, nah, that's cool, whatever. She come back from the trip, and then she starts hitting me up more after the trip. So she was in Detroit for like a whole weekend. She starts hitting me up even more after the trip, talking about some, me going on that trip, I really didn't like him. I was in Detroit alone for most of the time. I'm like, did y'all hook up? She was just like, no, I couldn't bear myself to hook up with him. I'm like, so you mean tell me he flew you out, you didn't do nothing? She's just like, oh no, I gave him head, but like, I really don't like him, I like you, and da-da-da. So what category you think I'm gonna put you in? You really think I'm gonna put you in take serious and, build something with? No. So I strung that girl along for as long as I could, until, and the more we got to know each other, the more she was trying to be in a relationship with me. She was telling me to go to church with her. She was trying to do all this stuff, and I'm like, bro, I already know what you is, bro. You a chick with guys and rotations and stuff like that. You for the streets, bro. You feel me? That's just what it is. Like, why would I ever take you serious? Like, you know what I mean? So we let that, matter of fact, she still be hitting me up because she just got out of a relationship with another relationship that didn't work out. Now she hit me up and just like, can we meet somewhere and talk? We all know what the fuck that means. You feel me? But I tell you one thing, I'm not gonna take that chick serious. So that's a red flag for you guys. I put this on everything. A chick that travel. A lot of guys that don't know female nature, they gonna listen to some stuff like that and not think nothing of it. Be like, oh yeah, she's just going to Detroit. Oh yeah, she's going to Ohio. Oh yeah, she's just traveling. Oh, you know, she's just seeing her friends. For the streets. Girls that go out a lot, big red flag. She for the streets. Girls that go out with their homegirls a lot, for the streets. And this don't matter. This doesn't change when they're in a relationship. So don't just think that she just going through a whole phase and it's just a small part of her life. Nah, that doesn't change, bro. She still is going to be promiscuous in nature, and it's just a matter of time. So the best thing to do for long-term relationships is just find a chick that's not for the streets. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like just find a chick who hasn't been ran through, who doesn't have those thoughts, who don't even want to travel alone and do all that crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, so those are two main things. Another thing is a girl with several tattoos, like one tattoo, one something small, something here or there that's significant, or their parents died or something like that. If the tattoo makes sense, it makes sense. But a girl with a lot of tattoos, that's usually a red flag for a girl that's for the streets. A girl who used to do drugs, you know, especially any hard drugs, like anything like LSD or any kind of Xanax or any kind of pills or perks, or even in her past, if she did any kind of drugs, excessive marijuana use, or even an alcoholic, right? She drinks a lot. Like every time you see her, she got to drink. That girl is usually for the streets. A girl who wants to set boundaries really, really hard, very early on in the relationship. So let's say like you on a second date with this chick, and she already talking about like marriage and like, what do you see yourself, and like, you know, I'm looking to be married, I'm dating with a purpose, all this stuff like that. Those are red flags for girls that's for the streets. Like, and the reason that that's a red flag for a girl that's for the streets is because she's been ran through already. Like, she's been in relationships, she's been hooking up with people that haven't been taking her serious. So as she keeps taking more and more dicks, now she's like trying to force a relationship on you and trying to get it done early and often. Like, she wants it to be the first conversation because the other guys that she was sleeping with weren't trying to take her serious. So now she's trying to like almost like force it down your throat that like, I'm dating with a purpose. Like, I need you to take me serious. Like, I need this to lead to marriage. You know what I mean? Because all the other guys I've been sleeping with, it didn't lead nowhere. You feel me? She's for the streets. Like, especially if she's trying to lock you down, like, she's for the streets. Or girls that say, you know, I'm practicing celibacy until I'm married, but she's not a virgin. That girl is for the streets. Now, if she practicing celibacy and she is a virgin, like she really is a virgin, like, you know for a fact, because girls lie, they can lie too. But if she really is a virgin, she practicing celibacy, okay, that might be a good girl to be in a long-term relationship with. But a girl who's not a virgin, who's just practicing celibacy now until she get married, she's doing that because she's for the streets. Because all the past dudes that hooked up with her and found out that she had nothing other than coochie or sex to offer, they no longer want to deal with her. They no longer want anything to do with her. So basically, she's trying to prevent herself from that happening to her again because it happened to her so many times in the past. All of these are like red flags as to understand that this girl is for the streets. And when you're trying to get to know somebody, that's really what you're looking for. You feel me? As a guy who like wants a long-term relationship, or who's looking for a main chick, or who's looking for somebody to marry, if any of you guys believe in marriage, you know what I mean? And I think the only reason that a lot of guys don't believe in marriage is because it's like, now that the news has came out about marriage, that it's really like a one-sided contract, most guys don't want to sign a one-sided contract no matter what. Like, most guys are not going to sign any contract that gives them no benefits, but you have so much to lose if the contract is broken, even if it's not your fault. Even if the other person decides to break the contract, you have everything to lose but nothing to gain. It's a dumb contract. Until they probably like restructure marriage laws or something like that, I don't see a lot of guys getting married with women. But I do see guys entering very long-term relationships with the right woman. You feel me? Like, it ain't just gonna be no 2-month fling or no 2-week fling. All these girls crying on TikTok because they chasing after the top percentage of men who run through a lot of girls and they're just trying to, instead of go for a guy that's actually on their level, that actually commit to them long term. And some of these guys would actually do the dumb thing and marry them. They go for the guys that's slightly out of their league, and then they get mad when the relationship with that guy only lasted 2 months, or they get mad when the guy is the initial sex with has worn off, because a dude will put up with a lot from a woman before he has had sex. Like, you feel me? Like, players, I know a lot of guys that they players, right? And they not players from the fact that, like, they not looking for love. Like, I got a friend that, like, he's actively looking for his lifelong partner, and he has a specific type. But every girl that falls in his specific type, once he gets to know them, he realizes that other than sex, they really bring no value to his life. So he's a player. He's a player. He works out, you know, super good in shape, looks like a movie star, all this stuff like that. So he can attract a lot of women. But what he finds out is, other than the looks, these women have much of nothing to offer. Like, much of nothing to offer. And me and him have the same experiences on dates. Like, I'll tell him a date, and then he'll be like, bro, mine went the same way. Like, you'll get like this, you know, chick she's attractive, like, she nice butt, stays in the gym, stuff like that. She's 32, but she'll get on the first date like, I'm dating with a purpose now, and you know, we real niggas, we don't care. Well, at least I am. I'd be like, oh, like, you know what I mean, like, oh, I get it. Like, what was your last, you know what I mean? Like, I'm slick with when I ask my question. I say, oh, was something in your past happened with your last boyfriend? Then you find out, yeah, this last guy I dated, he was just stringing me along and not trying to take me serious, and you know what, I just walked away from it. So what that computes in my mind is, okay, so you've been with guys that's probably not that's out of your league, or you, in my mind, I'm like, damn, if he didn't want you, why the fuck I want you? You feel me? Because you obviously you look amazing, because I'm a picky guy. Like, I'm not gonna go for no chick that ain't beautiful. Like, at least that ain't my type. So obviously you look amazing. Like, you feel me? Like, you in the gym, you got a nice ass, you in shape, you know what I mean? You look flawless. But if this nigga, after he had sex with you, didn't see nothing in you, what the fuck am I gonna see in you? Like, you feel me? That's how our minds work as a man. It's like, so all these other dudes could have had you and made you their wife, because obviously you still obsessed over these men, and they didn't want you. So why the fuck do I want you? But every single time, when I hear a girl that says this, or she's been through stuff like this, every single time it does not fail. After the sex, or after you get to know them, or even if you didn't hook up with them, like, let's say they trying to withhold sex until marriage or some stupid shit like that, once you start to get to know their personality, you realize, to be like, damn, if I didn't have a dick, or like if I just wasn't like sexually attracted to this chick, there is nothing else I want to be. There's no other reason why I want to be around this chick. Like, and a lot of dudes feel that it ain't like no one in a lifetime thing, or like every other dude feeling this. No, all the dudes that the girls want, guys that in shape, have their shit together, you know what I mean, got their own stuff, own car, got my own house, got my own everything, got money on the side, run my own business. My boy run his own business, got money on the side, own whip. You feel me? Like, we got our shit together for the most part, you know. We stay in the gym, shit like that. For guys like that, we actually are looking for a bad bitch with great characteristics. And trust me, that shit is not fucking easy to find, bro. That shit is not easy to find. It's like, the badder these bitches are, the worse they are as people. Like, you feel me? And then every blue moon, somebody be like, well, you know, I know this one girl. Yeah, okay. Bring her here. Because the way you see in the world is maybe from a dude that don't get a lot of play. Like, you feel me? Like, you a dude that don't understand female nature. You haven't been around enough women. You haven't been around hoes. Like, you haven't been around girls that everybody would think is a good girl, but she a hoe too. Like, you haven't been around, like, none of that shit. Like, you really don't even know what women really be talking about for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you think you see a good, beautiful girl because she ain't giving your dumb ass a shot. But somebody is clapping her ass and not taking her ass serious. Somebody is fucking the shit out of that hoe and don't even care about her. Like, you feel me? And it's crazy to me because it's like the women are attracted to the guys that don't care about them. They are attracted to the guys that they care more about than that guy cares about them. And then they make up a fucking fairy tale in their mind that this guy loves them just as much as she loves him. Like, in their mind, they think the fucking playing field is equal. Like, they be like, oh, we love each other the same. It's not the fucking truth, bro. The only reason they like that guy is because he don't like her as much as she like him. You feel me? Because the guys that do care about her that way, she fucking ghosts. She doesn't answer his text back. She says to his girlfriend, oh, he's needy. Oh, he's this. Oh, he wants to see me so bad. Like, oh my God, he's a simp. He's this, whatever. That's what they say about the guys that want them the most. The guy that they always thinking about, that they can barely get a hold of. They don't know what the fuck he doing. You know what I mean? He on his purpose. He on his grind. He making his money. He flying. You know what I mean? He got a rotation of chicks, so he really don't need this bitch. That's the one that she obsessed over. She'll go out of her way to try to change that guy, opposed to try to do a relationship with her platonic male best friend. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. Like, you will have girls that like sit here and talk about they cannot find a great man that knows how to treat them, and then they'll be like, I'll be like, damn, you never found a good man? She's just like, well, you know, I have a couple guy friends that are perfect, you know, like they treat me better than any man would ever treat me, but they're not my type. I'm like, so you did find a man. You just ain't fucking the guys that's fucking treating you like a princess. You just not fucking the guys that'll give you their last, that'll give you their all. Like, you feel me? Like, you do got the guy. You have found the guy. And it is the case for most of these women. Most of these women, they do have the guy that they actually can spend the rest of their life with, but they put him in the friend zone. You feel me? They do have the guy that treats them right, that will respect them, that only has eyes for them, that won't cheat on them. They have that guy, but they have him in the friend zone. They have him patiently waiting in the friend zone because he's not their type. He's not her type. But he's taking her on friendship dates. Bro, they got stuff all over TikTok where a guy was taking his girl on a friendship date, paying for everything, just like a fucking simp. And another guy was hitting on her, and then he was like, oh, my bad, is this your boyfriend? She was like, no, that's just my friend. And he was like, yeah, you know, I really thought she was cute. You know, they had a dog. The friend was just like, hey, bro, get out of here. He's like, nah, bro, she want to talk to me. Still talked to the girl, gave him his phone. He was like, she doesn't want your number. And then he was like, bro, just chill out, bro. She put her number in his phone in front of the fucking male friend. And the guy looked salty as hell as the guy took his phone back. He's like, all right, I'm gonna call you later and we'll set something up. And then walks off while the fucking male best friend sitting there looking like a pussy. You feel me? Sitting there, and that's what women do, bro. Like, they so cold to the guys that care for them. Ain't that crazy? Isn't that crazy how the world works? And like I said, I always test the theory. If you watch my previous videos, I actually go in the field and hit on 50 women to 100 women just to see if the fucking theory still works. I have no shame in my game. I have no pride and ego in this shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes I want it to go back to the way where, like, the dude, I want that to work, right? I wish the dude that shows that he really genuinely cares for this woman and really has her best interest in mind and wants her so bad that he would never deceive her or cheat on her or nothing like that. I really wish that guy who came with that type of energy to that chick would win. I want that to happen, but that's not the case. Those guys don't win. They don't. You feel me? They don't win. You feel me? And like I said, when I tell people to care less, I'm talking about ignore all the shit that ain't getting you the fucking result. Even when I play basketball way better because I care less. You feel me? I don't even listen to my teammates. Motherfuckers be like, oh, you don't got good basketball IQ, bitches, we winning the game. Because at the end of the day, when you playing a game against another team, there are key moments in a game where somebody has to take over the game and hit the big shot to put the team ahead or whatever the case is. Some shots have to be hit. Some rebounds have to be grabbed. It ain't no technical shit. Some plays have to be made. For all my football fans out there, Patrick Mahomes versus the Bills, right? Josh Allen played probably the best game I've seen him play in a long time. Josh Allen is actually a very good quarterback. I like Josh Allen a lot, actually. Great quarterback. But when it comes to playing against Kansas City, when the plays that need to be made have to be made, Patrick Mahomes makes those plays and Josh Allen doesn't. And that's what the game comes down to. No matter how well Josh Allen played the entire game, when key plays needed to be made, Patrick Mahomes made the plays, Josh Allen didn't. And Josh Allen played lights out in that game. You know what I'm trying to say? So, at the end of the day, and then the thing about Patrick Mahomes is, sometimes when you have to make a play, you got to throw out all technique. You just got to get the fucking job done. That's how I play basketball. I play basketball as if I'm a scorer. I don't give a fuck about this IQ shit. Nigga be like, man, you ain't got no basketball IQ. Motherfucker, I am a scorer. What does that mean? That means when I'm training on how to score, I train with my fucking left hand. I train in awkward positions. I act as if a defender is in front of me. Can I still hit the shot if I'm off balance? I'm not the motherfucker that's going to sit here and I have to have the perfect set with my hand placement on the ball the perfect way in order to make a shot. No, motherfucker. Because in a game time situation, that is rarely going to happen when you have a great defender in front of you. Where my feet set right, with the hand placement right, it's good to know the fundamentals. But after you got the fundamentals down packed, now you just got to make fucking plays. That's the difference from a person who's a shooter. A shooter is a technically sound guy, meaning that if I catch the ball the right way, in the right spot, with my right foot placement at the right time, I can hit the shot at a very high percentage. But a scorer is like, motherfucker, I hit the shot if you got 2 of your best defenders on me. You can have 2 of your best defenders on me. If we need that shot to win the game, I'm going to hit it. That's why I always tell people the mind is the strongest muscle on the body. That's what MJ had. You feel me? I am going to do what it takes to win this fucking game. And that's what I'm talking about in the dating space. Bro, the red pill space is not dying. Fuck what everybody's saying. They trying to kill off the red pill space because of whatever reason, right? They don't want masculine men. But a masculine man just won presidency. Weak men damage the country. A weak man like Biden was running the country. Look what happened. There is no place for weak men. And women don't even want weak men. Women don't even want weak men. All these women that's crying on TikTok talking about they can't get a guy to commit to them. They're not talking about they weak ass fucking platonic friends that's in their fucking friend zone. That's not the guy they crying about. That guy that she fucking crying about online about, like, I don't know why the fuck he ghosted me. That's not the fucking man. She's not crying about the little soft ass pussy that's in her fucking friend zone. That's not the guy that's getting tears out of her. That's the guy that he might be there to, she can cry on that nigga's shoulder, but she not crying over that guy. Women don't even like weak men. So all these weak ass men talking about the red pill face is so toxic masculinity. How come nobody talks about toxic femininity or toxic feminism? Because that's why the fuck we in this place right now. This is why a lot of these women can't stay in a fucking relationship. Toxic feminism. Fucking everything a fucking man do, you fucking downplay, man being the man, man being the man, man being the man, man being the man. But when it's the guy you want, all that shit thrown out the window. You know, they say if the man was attractive, there wouldn't be no such thing as a Me Too. If a man said the same thing as a fucking creepy guy, he not creepy. These women got books, 50 Shades of Grey. Because the man was attractive, he can tie your ass up, throw you in a dungeon, and fuck you all fucking day. Fuck you in all kind of positions. Because he rich and attractive. But some average dude be like, hey baby, I'm gonna tie you up. Oh, you're fucking creepy. You're fucking weird. What the fuck? You wanna tie me up? What the fuck? But let a Brad Pitt looking motherfucker do that shit. Let a Michael B. Jordan wanna fucking tie your little stupid ass up. Oh my God, I can't believe you asked. I had a chick that I was dating, bro. I told her, I said, man, maybe we should film something. She was fucking excited to be in my phone as she sucked my dick and got fucked. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe you want to film me. Like, oh my God, I was waiting for this moment. Like, she took it as like an extra sign that I loved her more or something because I wanted to fucking film her. Like, and she fucking performed. Once that camera went to roll, she sucked my dick the best she ever sucked it. She performed like better than she ever performed. Once she knew that camera was working, then she wanted to watch it back with me and shit. You know what I'm trying to say? But you think she want to do that shit? Imagine her fucking platonic best friend be like, hey, babe, maybe we should hook up and film it. Oh, you fucking creep, fuck. You get what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, bro. You gotta care less. You gotta care less. Especially when it comes to these women. You gotta care less, bro. You just got to. You feel me? As a man, your feelings, hey, if you feel like you gotta fucking consult your feelings, get shit off your chest, you better off calling your homeboy, one of your friends that's a guy, your mama, if she cool, if you like your mama, because sometimes your mama fucking turn on you sometimes. Or you better hire a fucking therapist or something, but it can't be your bitch. It can't be the bitches you fucking with. It can't be the bitch you fucking with. The fact that she even think you care so much to open up emotionally to her ass, crazy, deep, emotional, tell her all your problems, your stresses, the shit that bother you. Every girl asks for that too. Every girl be like, I want a man who's vulnerable. All the guys I date are emotionally unavailable. And it's getting on my nerves. So what does that tell you? Like, guys, we're logical creatures, right? So she's telling you the guys that she likes are all emotionally available, but she wants you to be different from the guys that she like. Now, these guys probably fucked her, probably got on camera, probably made her swallow the nut. She doing all kind of shit. She won't even fuck you. You just a platonic friend that ain't even getting nothing. You ain't even getting a fucking, maybe she drunk, she might kiss you one day to keep you strung along and then fucking apologize for it. Be like, oh my God, I can't believe we kissed. Oh my God, that's so crazy. You feel me? While the other guy that she complaining to your dumb ass about, she done sucked his dick. She done let that nigga fuck any kind of fucking way, raw, no condom. I really need you to picture this. That girl that you're in love with, that you're hoping is gonna change her mind about your dumb ass, been fucked raw by a guy, probably been nutted in by a fucking guy, probably done got an abortion by that guy, swallowed that nigga cum. You really need to really picture this shit. Let the nigga film her. She would never. Yes, that nigga is fucking the shit out of that bitch, bro. Fucking her the worst way. She looks innocent to you because she ain't letting your motherfucking ass get no pussy. You turn her off. That nigga that don't give a fuck about her makes her pussy wet. You're turning her off. The guy don't give, and you can't fucking see it if it was in front of you. If you seen the video, it would break you. That's not her. This is AI. Nope, that's her. And he is fucking the shit out of her. Yes, he is. He is fucking the shit out of her. Yep, that's her. That is the guy she's crying to you about. That after he gave her that dick, he ghosted her. After he put that type dick on that bitch, he ghosted her. That's the guy she crying about. So, back to the topic on hand, man. The signs that you look for to tell if your girl is for the streets and she shouldn't be taken serious. And what I mean by that is rotation chick only. You feel me? If she ever tries to push a relationship, nah, you ain't the one for that. Because she for the streets, bro. So the signs to look for: girl that travel alone, girl that travel a lot, girl that have any significant amount of tattoos, girl that did any kind of drugs in her past. This is what the date is for. You figure out this girl's past. Girl who's trying to like force a relationship on you early on in the dating process, talking about she's dating with a purpose and all that shit. All that, it's just code word that I've been ran through and hurt by a lot of guys, and I'm trying to get you to be the sucker. That's all that is. You can listen to it. Like I said, the rule of 80-20. She talk 80% of the time, you talk 20% of the time. You want to keep some mystery to yourself. But you listen to the shit, but in the back of your mind, you know what it is. She for the streets. Like, that's just what it is. So, like I said, man, if you ain't moving this way, you losing. You feel me? And as men, who wanna go through life losing? Who wanna go through life on the losing end of the spectrum? You feel me? At the end of the day, dudes can beat women at pretty much everything, but when it comes to this dating shit, you average to low average motherfuckers, you just don't know how to move right. You care too much. You're too much invested. And I get why. I get why you care. And I get why you don't understand you know, female nature, because a lot of guys, you never had a lot of options, so you really don't have a lot of data to view. You feel me? So like, even what I'm saying, it sounds like a foreign language because you haven't dealt with enough women to know if it's true or not. You know what I mean? So maybe, you know, maybe you do gotta hit the gym. Maybe you do gotta make yourself a little bit more of a catch. Maybe you do gotta be a little bit more aggressive when approaching women. You know, maybe you do gotta care less. I say even caring less in the approach will get you even further. Like when I approach a chick, like I don't give a fuck what sometimes I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I just walk up to her. Like be like, hey, I usually say, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm CJ. What's your name? Like, whatever. You feel me? Or if you know what I mean, be like, oh, I see that you shopping for this, or you see at a grocery store, be like, oh, what you shopping for? Like just anything to start the conversation. You know what I mean? Because really, all I'm doing is like looking at her. I'm using my eyes more than my words, right? Like you want her to talk more, so I'm really just using my eyes. I'm just opening the conversation, and I want to see her response. You feel me? Like, is she blowing me off? Is she like don't want to be bothered by me? Is she fucking annoyed? You know what I mean? Even if she annoyed, I still push a little bit and see if that's just her natural reaction. But if it ain't, and I know it ain't going nowhere, all right, I'm out. Like, I don't give a fuck. But if I see it going somewhere, then I'm gonna ask her out or something like that. Be like, hey man, we should do something. We should get a drink sometime. Would you be down? Okay, what's your number? You feel me? Very simple, very in and out, nothing over the top. If she got time right now, I'd be like, hey, let's damn, it's a Starbucks right there. Let's get a coffee quick. You feel me? Let's get some ice cream or whatever the fuck. It don't matter. You just trying to get to know her, shit. And for you broke dudes, like, even if you got money, bro, keep the first date cheap, because you don't know who the fuck you dealing with. You feel me? You don't even know if y'all like each other. All this fucking $200 dinner for the first date, man, fuck that bitch. You don't know that bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by careless, bro. And if she ain't down with that, that's another hoe. That's another sign, bro. That's another fucking sign of a hoe. A bitch that want an expensive dinner on the first date, or like something expensive, that's a hoe, bro. She been ran through, bro. She's a fucking hoe, bro. Like, she feel like her pussy value so high that it need a $200 dinner. Like, nah, fuck that. Not on the first date, bitch. After we fuck, then you get the expensive life. Because, you know, I got money and shit. Hopefully you guys, you know, worked on yourself. You got a little money too. But after we've had sex, that's when you start getting better fucking dates and shit if I like you. You feel me? If you got more than offer after that pussy, maybe. You know what I mean? And that's the case by case basis. Not every girl get that. So with that being said, man, those are the signs you need to look out for. It's plenty more, but those are the main signs. If you can peep game on that, then you should be good to go. But with that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.